So what do you think it's like to go on a job interview at a spy shop? Do you think you just like show up to the interview with like a photo of the interviewer at home?
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hi.
This week we watched Judas and the Black Messiah. But before we talk about Judas and the Black Messiah, we're going to talk about what we've been watching.
We would like to apologize beforehand.
we would like to initiate a preemptive apology for this entire episode. So I'm Chris Collins.
I'm Josh Rodriguez.
I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'll kick it off this week on what we've been watching.
Go for it, dude.
Okay.
Right.
You've had a day.
I've
Yeah.
had one day since the last time we recorded an episode, and I watched one more episode of Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Oh, nice.
Cartoon?
It's still great, yes. It's like a superhero violent. It's like anime style, but dude,
Cool.
it has so many. It's just the style of drawing. It looks like an anime. It's like it's not like I don't know, cartoony in a way.
Right.
But
Like
it's
Spectacular Spider-Man is that way too.
yeah. Well, it's like I don't know. It has so many awesome people. J.K. Simmons, Stephen Yeun. I don't know if I'm saying that right because I'm terrible at life.
That's how I say it, so I'll say yes.
Pretty positive.
And then, Jason Mantzoukas is in it now.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
Seth Rogen just had a cameo. Spoiler in one of the episodes. Well, it's not like episode 2. It's not even that. But I think you'd actually like it. I remember I brought it up last couple weeks ago, whatever, and you were like, I don't know, I'm kind of burnt out on like superhero, the boys things, and like, yeah. And you know what? After you said that, I've really started to look at like how saturated we are with superhero shit.
Yeah.
It's actually fucking overwhelming.
Yep.
Like
It's the
every
newest-
other piece of media is a superhero thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, dude, fucking the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, movies, Black Widow. Like, dude, what isn't a superhero movie?
Yeah.
It's actually about 50% of all media, and I'm like, Jesus. Like,
Get on
can we-
TikTok for 5 minutes.
Dude.
And like, there'll like, I hate whenever people's content is other people's content.
Oh my god.
And it's like they're just showing like, look at this detail from fucking Captain America, the first Avenger. And it was referenced in fucking Endgame. It's like, yeah.
Oh, so you mean our
It's-
show?
it's the
basically?
same character.
So our show. What is-
Yeah, but we do it in long form.
Yeah.
We do a long form, and like, we're not just showing the movie on here,
True.
Yeah.
you know?
True.
But to your point, it is
Now here's Invincible.
Yeah. It is so oversaturated, the market, with like superhero things that like all my favorite things recently are just like slice of life things. Like you loved the Florida Project and like Minari was like those are all just people's lives, and I'm so much more engrossed in those.
Yeah. I've been saying this for a while, but authenticity is the new currency.
Boom.
Just like everything is so fucking pristine and fake and like curated.
I'm just
Like,
so over
like,
the CG worlds of
CG
Yeah.
worlds. Like, dude, human stories. No minimal CG. Just that is like my bread and butter now because it's just like this like breath of fresh air where it's just.
It's like a writing exercise. Like it's such a basic setting that to make it interesting, you have to be a good writer. You know.
Yeah. Anyways, Invincible's pretty great, and I'm still watching it, and I'd recommend it.
Nice.
Even though you said you weren't a big fan of like, you were saying you're saturated on superhero stuff.
Yeah.
This one is it gets dark. Like
Yeah.
I mean, not like The Boys dark, but like
I've seen some of the
graphic
action
novel
from it. Yeah,
exactly.
it seems pretty fucking
It does
gnarly.
not pull any punches. It's like you would. Yeah, just watch it. It's super.
It's kind of like how you've
violent.
described like how you'd want to see superheroes, right?
Yes.
In the fact that they're just like unabashed, fucking just violent,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
killing machines,
And,
essentially.
yeah, and you get that a little bit with The Boys, but in this one, like, you see just innocent people. Like, you know how, like, when the bad guy shows up, it's like, oh, I'm ending the whole world, and we just see a bunch of extras run. That's
Yeah.
the gist of the evil, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In this, it's like you see innocent people and women, children, babies get fucking mutilated and squashed, and you're just
Fuck.
like, all right.
Neat.
Neato.
Yeah, I'm
that
like,
sounds cool.
yeah, it's like graphic novel shit. where
Yeah,
it's like,
fuck
oh,
yeah.
like even though you just see a frame of it in like a graphic novel, it's like, oh, we're seeing like full on. Yeah, so
I feel like
pretty neato.
I feel like Watchmen was the first to really do that. Like the first graphic novel to really
Oh, yeah.
kind of put into perspective like what real superheroes do to like society in a society.
And how they feel and their perspective on normal
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
so
I mean,
huge.
like a huge part of it is like the comedian in The Watchmen, goes to Vietnam and
Fuck yeah.
fucking kills people.
Yeah,
you
Dr.
know?
Manhattan is used in warfare.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, you just made me realize Rorschach was like the original, like, we live in a society guy.
yeah.
We live in a society. It's like, all right, Rorschach.
Yeah.
But he was a lot cooler.
Way
That's true.
cooler.
That's true.
You're stuck in here with me.
Have you ever thought about society, though?
That's
What do you see on my face?
That's got to be one of my favorite cinematic moments in history.
When he's in prison.
When he's in prison
Oh,
and he's
dude.
like, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. And then he pours grease on that guy's face.
Yeah.
And he just goes, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, dude, Jackie Earl Haley fucking murdered that role.
Yeah. Zack
There
Snyder,
is-
where's the 4:3 version of that movie? Where's the black and white version of that movie? Still waiting for it. You artist.
in Sin City.
Zack
Well,
Snyder,
there's a
come
black-
on the show.
Zack Snyder didn't do Sin City.
He did.
Robert
Didn't he?
Rodriguez did.
Oh, he did?
Welcome to
Oh,
this movie
shit.
podcast.
Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez.
Wow, I
And
learned new
Quentin Tarantino
things.
directed a scene in that movie.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I learn new things every day on
Yeah.
here.
Welcome back to we tell Wilson what movies are, the podcast. He's like, I've been playing the video game and then watching some YouTube. Why am I here?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, so what have you been watching, Alex?
I played Resident Evil 7.
Great. How awesome. How are the cinematics in that?
It's excellent. And the only reason
Super duper.
The only reason I bring it up is because that whole game is just a mishmash of all the great horror movies that have ever existed.
Oh, so it's like
implying that you've seen horror movies.
I've seen 2 or 3 horror movies.
You're right.
so is it like a jukebox horror game?
Yeah, it's like a jukebox hero of sorts of yeah.
No, but that's what they call it whenever horror movies often reference other horror movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A jukebox
I
horror.
learned another thing already
Yeah.
in a 1-minute span. So yeah, that's all I played. I didn't watch anything. So I can open this up to like a Q&A segment with you guys if you guys
Okay.
want to ask me anything.
Yeah. Why are you on this podcast?
You invited me.
Josh, you have any questions for him?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
That's good.
Did you watch any movies this week?
No.
Josh, you have anything?
I got a few things actually.
Great.
I watched a documentary called Westwood about Vivienne Westwood,
Who's that?
fashion designer. She like essentially created the look of like punk rock. She was like dating a Sex Pistol
Cool.
whenever they first started. Like it's really fucking interesting, and
Nice.
she's like I really wanted the documentary to be more so about like the fashion side of it, but it kind of goes off the rails and is about like this guy that married her that's like 25 or 30 years younger than her, who's clearly a gay man
Oof.
and is just
That becomes like the documentary.
kind of.
She's just as beard
I
so we can
kinda
get the money.
I quit it about like 75% into the fucking documentary.
Oh.
I was just like, oh, this is not like I wanted to hear about the fashion. And
Yeah.
fucking, you know,
Yeah, sure.
how she influenced all this shit. But it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, it kind of like, what are we watching here?
Does Saint Laurent come into this at all?
I don't know. I didn't
Well.
end up finishing it, but hopefully.
Because that's like rockabilly punk, like was like the renaissance of like a lot of like punk fashion,
Right.
Of like, what would you call it? Like rocker chic. Was
Yeah.
Like Saint,
Oh, yeah.
Saint Laurent.
Yeah, rocker. I mean, just punk rock and roll. You know.
Right,
Yeah.
right, Alex.
I love Ed Hardy.
This is Alex's one outfit, by the way.
Like I've said countless times, I am the merchant of a shop in a JRPG.
You only have one.
Yes. And every time someone that I don't know walks up to me, I go, "Hi, have you been to the festival?"
So that was not a recommend, but it's on Amazon Prime if you're interested in that at all. Also, this one was actually really good. I was looking for documentaries that were like under an hour and a half. You know what I mean? Like just like let's get some info. Lot Lizard.
Ooh, is this about lot lizards?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
What is that?
Fuck yeah, Lot Lizard.
What's a lot lizard?
So a lot lizard is a prostitute that works solely in 18-wheeler parking lots.
oh,
They like go up and knock on the doors and they're like, "Hey, I'm here to be a lot lizard." And they're like, "Come in."
Yeah, yeah, it's really fucked up, dude. It follows like a series of women that like they make money, being prostitutes for 18 or truck drivers.
yeah.
Obviously they're all. I mean, 99% of them are on meth or heroin or lots of drug use and stuff. It's
up.
fucking sad, man. And then we're kind of following one woman who's like got her shit together for the most part, and she has an apartment. And
Other than being a lot lizard.
no,
Yeah.
she quit doing that.
Oh, okay.
But it's like following her story a little bit.
okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
But like she buys this apartment and she's trying to get her shit together, and then she's looking for jobs too, and it's like
She's assumingly a convict, though, right?
no
Oh, really?
no yeah she
Well,
just got
how
her
dare you?
she started going to church and she got her shit together is essentially her story. But she's like looking for one dad's, and at one point she's looking at like cashier jobs for fucking Kmart. She's like, this is $8 an hour, and I have to go work 40 hours a week and get paid maybe $400. Or I can spend one afternoon on the lot and get paid like upwards of $700 to $800
Crazy.
for one night.
Wow, I'm in the wrong profession.
No, but it's like
Lot lizards make more in one day
can't-
than this entire podcast has ever made.
Right.
very, very true. But you spend that on meth and drugs and shit. It's
As do we.
it's a tough life,
course.
dude. There was even one woman who was legally blind from syphilis.
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
She's like the one person to go blind from syphilis since like the 1800s.
Dude, in like
Dude.
500 years. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's still out there doing her thing.
So this is a
Jeez.
documentary?
Yeah.
So the documentarians are filming this blind prostitute, and they're like, wow, that's so sad. Well, time to pack up and go home, fellas.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's rough.
It's like the fucking planet Earth mentality, dude.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
interfere with nature, You just
Yeah.
you're there to tell the story.
Yeah.
Did you see
Observe the lot lizard. As it's like David Attenborough.
Yeah.
They do have like
What if,
night
like,
vision
there's
scenes.
some dude in a tree that is camped out there for months to get a shot of the lot lizard, the rare blind syphilis lot lizard. No one's documented a case of this lot lizard in decades. It's like, she's fucking scurrying across
Dude,
like on all fours.
There is night vision scenes where like
Oh my
it
God.
shows them like like going around the trucks
Jesus.
and into the trucks and stuff.
That sounds like the roughest documentary ever.
It's one of the roughest documentaries I think that isn't about murder.
Yeah.
I just can't do those, man, where it's just like, oh, humanity sucks. Like the documentary. Like I can't do those.
It's rough. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely rough.
I can't
But
watch that.
but a well told story, and kind of wraps things up. It's
So
good.
would you recommend it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd recommend that one over the Westwood documentary for
Nice.
sure.
I didn't mean to cut you off earlier. Did you actually have something besides the Resident Evil 6 cinematic?
Nope.
Okay, I did mean to cut you off earlier. What the fuck? Fucking shit.
I had one day.
So?
I had one day.
Fine, whatever.
And then another Amazon Prime show I just started checking out, actually recommended to me by one of the Discord boys. Join our Discord.
Join our Discord.
It's called Them, or White People Are the Devil.
Yeah.
Like that's essentially what the show is. It's about this family that travels.
Us. I like how there's like Get Out, Us, and then Them.
Yeah.
Is now like a part of like the white devil movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the White Devil trilogy.
Yeah.
Get Out, Us, and Them. Them is about this, the big Great Migration. Black families traveled from, the South to out west,
Is this a
California.
documentary or like a fiction show?
It's a fictional TV
Okay,
show.
gotcha.
It's an anthology, right?
It's a fucking
Spooky, scary.
It is a spooky, scary. This black family is traveling from, I think, Georgia to California in 1953.
Oh yeah, I did see someone recommend this on the Discord.
Dude, it's fucking. I mean, it's difficult to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not only because of the spooky, scary, like that's almost like a secondary part of it. More so because old white people are the
Yeah.
worst. Like that's just how it went. Sorry, guys.
Whatever.
Y'all
dude.
are cool,
Thanks.
but
We try. We're doing our best.
But fucking shit, man. It's so difficult. Man, I mean, please watch it. I'm only 5 episodes in. I think a total of 8 or 10. Fuck, it is rough to watch. Allison Pill is in it as like the neighbor of this kind of like Pleasantville suburb that the family just moved into.
Nice.
And of course, just fucking check it
Check it
out.
out.
Imagery, amazing. Fucking cinematography, the visual language.
Nice.
All fucking S tier shit. So far, so good. Definitely check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, stuff with rampant racism in it like that is obviously always hard to get through. but just like when it's I forgot what I was going to say. It was going to be an actual point, but
No. I totally get it. It's really difficult to even talk about. But like, it's funny because I was looking up like YouTube theories about like an episode, and of course, like the first 10 or 12 videos are all like vloggers being like, "Why this show is problematic," and it's like, okay, white person, like,
Yeah.
I imagine it's tough to watch, and. No matter what race you are, it's tough to fucking watch that
right.
show.
It's tough to see any racism from, even if you are not the person that is being racist or the person that's being like fucking fucked with.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
so
tough
bad
to
at talking.
look at like injustice in general and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Which is a perfect segue into the movie we watched this week,
that is a perfect segue.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Can I say right off the bat, I didn't like the title of this movie.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, what does this have to do with the Bible?
Are you serious?
I understand
Do you know-
Judas
okay.
betrayed Jesus,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
For money.
And I get that Fred Hampton was a messiah to the Black Panther Party.
And he was called the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So we do research on this show.
But to your point, like
It wasn't
this,
mentioned in the movie, is
yeah,
all.
this is another movie of something that should be told in every American classroom, but
Nah, we look bad.
yeah,
Dude, I've like that is such a through line like of the notes that I was taking. It's like, how the fuck is none of this in our textbooks,
it's
dude?
fascinating, and it's like of a seemingly true hero that was gunned down by our government, and
Yeah.
we're just like, oh fuck, just throw that under the
They're
rug.
like, whoopsie.
They'll learn that in a documentary later.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it right now. No, fuck that. Like that. The fact that Texas history and U.S. history is a part of our curriculum in Texas, and like Black history or cultural history or just fucking casual genocide is not a part of our curriculum. That fucking
It doesn't
sucks,
even
man.
It doesn't even have to be a separate class like Black history. Just history.
Yeah,
just
it's-
tell it.
yeah.
No. The winner tells the story, basically, is always what
Yeah.
happens, where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, we get to write the books. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
we were the good guys.
We're
It's like
always
going-
the good guy.
It's like, hey, two people had a fight. I'm going to go talk to this person and get his point of view, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then publish that one.
Yeah. What do
like-
we know about Genghis Khan? He fucked every woman.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he wrote that down for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I remember hearing about the FBI versus Black Panthers, but it was never framed like this. It was never framed like, oh, the FBI doing bad things.
Yeah, the
Like-
FBI is
FBI
outright racist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, straight up.
The FBI is essentially in. They have the same fucking moral outlet as the Klan in that moment.
Yeah.
And
They probably
at
killed
this
them
point in
okay
history.
too.
Dude, yeah.
They probably killed them like oh,
There's
it's
no
just
denying it.
lone gunman.
Well-
oh yeah, bet.
What was the documentary that we watched, All In, about Stacey Abrams? That kind of like touches
Oh, in
on these
Georgia?
leaders a little bit.
I don't remember.
I think it was, and that was the first time I ever fucking heard Fred Hampton's name.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And since we watched,
Like last year, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
we watched Trial of the Chicago 7, which provided a good amount of backstory for this movie. Like,
Right.
I wouldn't
he's
have,
in there as well.
I would have known like half of this shit if I didn't see that, which is another movie that we didn't learn shit, and
Right.
Yeah.
Government do bad things.
Yep,
It's pretty neato.
old news.
Yeah.
But why is it still going? Yeah.
Yeah. So so this movie, I want to clarify about the title. I didn't didn't realize he was called the Black Messiah. Was he called that in this movie?
I don't
No,
recall.
I don't think they called him.
That's where I was like, why is this called? Like, I get why,
but
it's
it could be
called
alluded to. Yeah.
I
yeah.
guess whatever, it doesn't matter. But I just I saw that and I was like outside looking in, I did not know what it was about. So I was
Right.
like, is there some religion involved? I know it's like Black Panther, blah blah. Is there what's going on? So it misled me mentally, I guess. So
You're like, is Jesus black in this movie?
also Santa is white.
Also, I'd watch the fuck out of that movie.
Yeah.
A black Jesus fighting crime? Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dumb little nitpick, but it was like, why is this
So you didn't
called
like the
this?
title?
It was like, well, it's like that's your the face of your movie. Like you called it something like that, where it's like that is one of your first impressions.
Not like a great title like Freddy Got Fingered or something.
Totally.
yeah, exactly. Like that's
Scary
that's
Movie
exactly
3.
What I would have gone with. Yeah, yeah. Spooky Scary 1970s edition. I don't know, like FBI Badmans.
Yeah.
like something.
Well,
smart
we
like
got
that.
a DMT coming
Oh yeah,
up.
for
so.
sure. Yeah, but anyways, that's your the thing that is your first impression of a movie, and to me, I was like, that's an odd choice, but hey,
I thought it was impact. I liked the title going in, but I mean, you know, that's just the face of it. You know?
Because like you call someone a Judas when they backstab you. I get that.
Yeah.
And it's like, but like when it's used here, it's like, oh, he was a Judas. It was odd to me. There was no religion undertones in the entire movie at all. No church mentioned ever. So I was like, whatever.
Okay, I got you.
Dumb nitpick. The rest of the movie I loved.
Right.
But dumb. I just wanted to get that little nitpick out of the way where I was like, that was my first impression. Didn't like it.
I thought like the use of the title card was like placed perfectly.
Love
Oh,
that shit.
yeah.
It
the
was-
titles were just the treatment too.
Yeah.
Full screen, one word at a time.
Judas and the like whenever it's black like
Yeah.
and it's inverted for just a second. Oh my god.
So cool.
And like it was placed perfectly in the film.
There's a lot
Man.
of callbacks to like they're very small, but to like blaxploitation films of the 70s and 60s, like that title card,
Yeah.
and when Fred Hampton asks his girlfriend, wife, what like how she likes her coffee, she says black extra sweet. Like
Yeah.
that's a classic blaxploitation thing.
Yeah. Very true. Dude, the fucking music in this.
Dude.
Dude, I loved it.
So good.
That like tense jazz music, like they're
So
using
interesting.
jazz as a suspenseful thriller type of score.
And the rate that they introduce different instruments,
Yeah.
like when they introduce a new character, that's when a new instrument comes into the soundtrack.
Fuck.
They didn't use a trumpet until the Latin gang started speaking.
Oh,
Like
wow.
that was like I was like, oh shit, this is smart.
That's hard
cool.
as shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, the music was one of the most interesting things about this movie, I think, and like especially the I think I'm jumping ahead, but one of the most impactful moments was when he was like, show me a badge to the guy that was convincing him to drug Fred Hampton. And then when he showed him the badge, he showed him his original FBI like
and it did
pretend
that
badge.
noir moment.
And it was like it was noir. It was
Yep.
very like this
Yeah.
Dude.
weird choices. Like
fucking
the music.
goosebumps in those moments. Like
Yeah, it was very
hard.
good. Very good.
Camera movements too, like cinematography wise, this had a language, dude. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
and to call back to another film that came out recently that was like it's kind of in this realm of like Scorsese-esque, like the way that it looks.
Yeah.
Just the fucking
The framing, it's
the mise en
beautiful.
scene, dude.
Do me a favor. Never say that again.
The mise en
What does that even mean?
The scene is in its place.
Mise en scene?
You've never heard of mise en scene?
Nope.
The visual language.
Oh, okay.
Everything that's within the frame. Yeah, it felt like Joker too.
A little bit.
Like it, obviously because of like the time that it's placed in, but like even the color correction, I was like, dude, like side by side, this feels like Joker.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that. I definitely feel like it felt like a Scorsese movie. And I mean, if you compare it to The Departed also, which is a very similar movie.
Right.
But like, I don't know, just overall, the cinematography felt like that. Nothing too special, pretty basic, but when it had its impactful moments, it had its impactful moments. But Scorsese movies, you never really like, you can't look at a Scorsese movie and be like, oh, that's Scorsese. Where you can with like Kubrick.
He doesn't like linger on things. Like,
Because it's usually
Because
like
it's just
the
basic.
characters too, right?
it's carrying the narrative. Is
Yeah, I
his
guess.
first- yeah.
It doesn't seem like. I'm sure he makes choices on lensing and lighting and with his DPs and all that. But overall, I feel like most of his are in service to the story as opposed to in service to beautiful images.
I recommend Silence.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like Raging Bull is like that's the boxing one, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to this movie podcast.
The one where De Niro's hot as fuck.
Yeah. That one is arguably one of his most visually interesting movies.
Yes.
Where the rest I
Last Temptation of Christ is strikingly beautiful.
It's like every 7 movies, he's like, all right, I'm gonna go ham on the. Like he
Yeah.
only really tries like every 5 or 6.
well, he's the director. Maybe it's the cinematographer, or director of photography.
It's
too.
true.
Or
I
the
feel like-
photography director, as you call it.
I feel like with Scorsese, it's more so like the dialogue and like the characters. It's the dialogue and like
Yeah.
how they talk to each other.
I think he gets more interested in that.
Yeah.
Performances and
Yes.
story than he does.
And dude, the performances in this fucking movie, dude.
amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Dude, Daniel Kaluuya is like he was perfect casting for one thing, but like he was so charismatic as Fred Hampton.
Yeah.
He's great.
Like it's the first emotion you get from hearing him talk. You're like, oh, this dude has charisma.
And he's not from the U.S. either.
yeah, I told Christina that while we were watching it, and she was, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, like when most of us were introduced, me including, to him via Get Out.
Yes.
And I had no idea he was an American after seeing Get Out. And he's like, he plays just an average person in that American person. I don't know, where from in the U.S., but like he just like is convincingly American.
You think he is an American man?
Yeah. And that's happened to me a few times with other actors where you're like, what? Like Hugh Jackman.
Christian Bale.
Totally.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
At first, I thought he was from the U.S. Well, Daniel Kaluuya was also in season 1 of Black Mirror.
Yes.
The second episode.
He was.
And that's when I first saw him. And then when I saw him in
Yeah,
Get Out, I was
right.
like, oh shit, he's like doing a really good American accent.
I
here.
forgot about it when I saw Get Out, so I was like, this is a new good guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's British.
He's fucking British.
he's
as
from
fuck.
Lawton.
He's British as fuck.
But
Terrible,
fuck,
terrible British accent.
does he fucking chew up the goddamn scenery in this movie?
He's good. He's really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And
his
it's a hard.
his first speech, dude.
Yeah, and it's a hard one to do because like the speech thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of start to like cliche dissociate when like, oh, here comes the
signature moment.
Yeah.
their big moment, their big I'm inspiring the people thing, and then the extras have to cheer when he hits punchlines and stuff like that.
It's very easy to be a fucking Bill Pullman in Independence Day when it's like
Yeah.
dude.
a prepared fucking thing versus like a human being.
yeah.
Speaking from the heart,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
it really felt like. Like I
Yeah.
was still in it during his speeches. I was like,
His speech, like you're saying, like they can be cliched in a lot of movies. In this one, it felt like a human being
Yes.
saying those
Yeah,
words in the moment.
He did good because it's not only is it just hard to do, like acting is hard, but also when you're tasked to do, like the spotlight is on you. There's 100 extras in a room. You are now embodying somebody that's inspiring masses of people.
Yeah.
Like whether it's Braveheart or it's Timothy Chalamet and the King, where it's like that moment where you've got all eyes on you and you have to do that speech is probably like I would be in my head so hard about it.
oh yeah,
Where it was, and yeah, I don't know how to like explain what I mean, but the best I can say is like, hey, it's that cliche Oscar Academy moment that you're having. Here's the clip they're gonna play during
Exactly.
the nomination things,
and then
you have
switch to your face.
and then you have to be like, here comes and action your moment,
Right.
Your speech, your defining acting. Hey, it's the part of the movie where it's the big fucking part of the movie. You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
That's where it.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
fucking
no,
saying.
yeah.
That's whenever the real acting comes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, this is your moment. This is the King's speech, where an entire movie is based on
Yes.
one fucking scene of the movie.
I wonder what's gonna happen with this man with a speech impediment.
Yeah,
like
exactly. So yeah, he fucking knocked it out of the park
did
because he
good.
feels so human and so fucking just casually like, yep, this is a human speaking from the heart in this moment.
Yeah.
Versus like, I wouldn't want to hear the actual version of Fred Hampton, like his speech. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get
Oh
you.
right, yeah.
Like in comparison or anything.
Right.
I get it. But yeah, to your point, the acting in this movie was phenomenal from Daniel and also Lakeith Stanfield, dude.
Dude, his introductory scene.
Oh, that was rough.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And at first I was like, this is kind of cliche, like because I feel like a lot of times whenever it opens with an interview like that, and like of course the interview asks a question and then it's just silence,
Cut to black.
Yeah.
cut to black.
Yep.
That to me is pretty cliched,
Agreed.
and I like that they kind of bring it up at the end again.
Oh, yeah.
and it wasn't him.
Well, we haven't
was
heard
cool.
this story before, so it had that much more impact because of yeah.
I could have done without like the setup scene, but like I guess it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
whenever you bring it back at the end. But Lakeith Stanfield, like even his character has like that huge arc throughout.
Yes.
And, like,
and
to
you
st-
sympathize with him.
Absolutely, but to set him up as like this fucking, kind of like smart thief in a way, like that line like a badge is scarier than a gun.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and his delivery on it was so like defeated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very under like
Well, he knows he's fucked. He's about to go to jail forever.
Yeah.
Essentially,
That was so good.
you get caught stealing ice cream, you're going to jail for 3 to 5 years. You know.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
So this guy's fucked, like
So-
for impersonating an FBI officer.
Yep. So yeah, Lakeith's character, Bill O'Neill, William O'Neill.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
William O'Neill.
He basically steals a car using an FBI badge, and then is recruited by the FBI. Like, instead of, hey, you can go to jail for 5 years, or you can go home.
Yep.
Not just the FBI, but Jesse motherfucking Plemons.
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons, baby.
Wow.
What a
this
good
dude.
choice for a hateable white man in the FBI to be
Yeah.
cast.
But, like, you know what, dude? Like, you know what was kind of great about his character is he wasn't just the evil
Yeah,
white.
he was also
totally.
sticking up for his own values as best as he could while his family was under fire from the FBI.
Yes.
While he was murdering
Yeah.
people in the Black Panther
Yeah, but-
Party.
Absolutely, but,
He
like-
had redeemable qualities. There was moments where he was like, wait,
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you mean we're killing people in the FBI? And it's like, yeah, man, we're the FBI. We can do whatever the fuck we want. And he was like, oh, like, I didn't want to see like the whole like the one, you know how like the one on the other side of the fence starts to turn, and
Right.
He like sees the good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
That's
whole
a little cliche, yeah.
That whole like, wait, no, I think we should, like, that's what I started to see, and I was like, please don't do that.
right.
Yeah, plus the way we know history plays out, it's like this guy probably just went along with it.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And he's justified in his way. Like, even with Martin Sheen's like speech at the very beginning, like as he's teaching these people, and he's just sort of like learning this
Yeah.
from the mouth of like his superiors, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yep, this is what it is,"
Yeah.
you know, and that's how he's learning. But he's also not treating Lakeith. He's using him,
Yeah.
but he's not like shitty to him. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
somewhat friendly, and is like, "Yeah, I got your back, man." Like,
It's kind of like I think maybe a mix of his character, but also Jesse Plemons is the most unassuming, friendly, like
Yeah.
like dude.
Yeah.
Like, just in general, it's hard for him to not seem like this really friendly guy.
Right.
And to his acting is like, I just love him as a character. He's
Yeah,
so good.
his micro expressions whenever
God.
when Hoover asks him what he would do if his daughter brought home a black man.
oh man,
Dude,
that
you
scene.
see him like frame the question in his mind, then evaluate it to like how he should answer it, and then dude, you see it all happen just on his face.
That was
choices, man.
dude.
Yeah,
It's so pretentious. when
acting
they
is
say-
just choices.
acting. The choices the actor made.
He
Hey,
was
here's
a
the
good
choice.
actor.
Read the fucking line, man. No, but he fucking
Choose to
he
read
killed
words
it. Choose to read those words on that page.
and then cut to them. Just like, I'm deep.
Just
Like
the
their
thinker.
acting headshot. Just
Dude, I'm gonna say it again, dude. Jesse Plemons is our Philip Seymour Hoffman replacement, dude. Like,
Ooh.
he has that fucking charisma.
he's
the fucking,
close.
He hasn't had a dialogue heavy role really in the sense that Hoffman did.
We haven't
He's
seen
getting
him
there.
pop off with anger, though.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman could pop the fuck off. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He had a range of
I just mean,
pain.
like-
he had like a range of pain.
Yeah.
You just mean like overall look?
No, I just I meant overall like his career,
His vibe.
his trajectory.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, understandable.
Like,
I do want to.
He was just a fucking low key monster.
Oh, yeah.
and respected. And it's like Jesse Plemons is getting that fucking respect already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's pretty early on. I mean, granted, he's probably been doing this for I don't know a decade, and
Yeah.
we're just now like realizing it.
I
but
think Breaking Bad put him in the spotlight.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Brick a bird.
That's a career maker for anyone. Like
Yeah.
the guy that brought the guacamole to the table is probably like making bank.
Yeah, he's his character in Breaking Bad was fucking terrifying.
He's a subtle beast, as
Yeah.
they say.
Agreed.
He's in that Bill Camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big dick energy. Unassuming big dick energy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
UBDE.
Gotten reports of UBDE in Iraq, boys.
And so, like, after he talks to Jesse Plemons, Lakeith talks to Jesse Plemons about, of course, he's going to join the Black Panthers and everything. And he's like, well, to get close to him, I need a car. You need to give me a car. That mounted fucking camera on the Buick, dude. Like, as it cuts to like a street light and then comes around, like it swings around on top of the
Leon's.
Buick. I fucking nutted,
Yeah.
dude. G nutted.
Car mounts.
So sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I
a
love that.
mounted shot
I love
with
that
fucking.
POV.
1 year from now, we're going to be like, I'm tired of car mounts, guys. They're in everything.
No, but it was good. Fun fact: the guy that like the real life version of the FBI guy, had 9 Black Panther informants total.
Jesus.
Inside of the
Holy
Black
shit.
Panther party, which is pretty crazy.
Damn.
That is wild.
Yeah. So fuck the whole like, oh, he's redeeming quality. Like he was like,
He was playing them.
yeah, but I mean, I'm sure the movie took liberties on this guy's personality.
Right.
But And who knows if he was like, "Sir, I don't know about that, Mr. Hoover."
He was probably just like, "Yes, sir."
He'd probably be like, "Yeah, fuck that shit," and then they just went back to being evil. So who knows?
Maybe.
But regardless,
I like the fact that they gave him some depth a little bit.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, I'd rather see that on screen than
True,
just some
true.
evil white guy.
that's true. That's true.
And
I agree with that. Because he was conflicted when he was like, "Give me the blueprints." He seemed like
Yeah. He didn't like that Hoover and the FBI was like doing shitty fucking like backdoor things to like get what they
Yeah.
wanted.
He's like, we do shitty things in my realm of shitty.
Yeah.
If you go outside of my moral realm of shitty,
Yeah.
like,
Then you're a dick.
yeah, then no.
And then even whenever Lakeith is like, he's going to jail. Like, you guys won.
Yeah.
He's like, just give me the blueprint, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's just defeated. He's like,
yeah.
I know, but
Yeah, and that was evident in that scene when they called Hoover and like, "Hey man, we won, we did the thing," and then he's like, "He's not dead, so we didn't win." Basically, is what he
Yeah.
says. Like, he's like, "Prison is temporary," implying like, oh, he wants him to die, right?
yeah, wants a more permanent
Solution. Yeah, so it's like,
Ugh.
and then cut to the blueprint scene where it's like, oh, so we thought we were like, yeah, so now Jesse Plemons is like, well, I guess I have to do this, and you could tell
Yeah.
you could tell he was just like trying to get through it, where he's like, dude, just do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, like I'm gonna put you in jail if you don't fucking do it.
When he
Like,
delivers that little bit of info, you're like, ah, shit, everyone's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the shittest situation.
I love that moment when he's like, he says, "Yeah, well, they did this to this other snitch. What do you think they're gonna do to you?" And then there's like 10-second pause, and then
Yeah.
he just slams the table.
Right.
That was so sick.
Yeah.
Lakeith is the choices, man.
Yeah.
He's very weird. He's one of the most interesting actors working today. And I went down like a Lakeith like rabbit hole, and he's just like him outside.
he's making some great choices, man. As far
Yeah.
as his roles are
The
concerned.
movies he's doing are very interesting. I mean, I think the first thing I saw him in was Sorry to Bother You. Then he was in Get Out. So like, I just like his overall, like, he's just he's doing weird shit, and I love it. And but
His
also
whole rap career.
yeah, which isn't as bad as you said it was.
Oh, really?
Though.
Really? No.
I
just heard him try to freestyle, which it's like, if you're not an experienced MC and you don't have something prepared, and like someone's like, "Hey, freestyle,"
Yeah, I
like
mean, I
I
can't
couldn't
do it.
fucking do
Yeah.
that
Fuck
shit.
no.
Yeah,
So
I can't do it.
and he's an actor. Like,
Yeah.
he has lines that he reads. Like,
was he on Breakfast Club when he did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
Well, don't they set people up just to roast them and like get like good
yeah,
internet clips?
Breakfast Club that was a whole nother rabbit hole I went down with. Charlemagne and him had some
I
beef.
fucking hate Charlemagne the God.
Didn't
Okay,
he
so
admit
I'm-
to raping somebody? Or are we going to
What?
take that out?
Charlemagne?
Yeah.
I did not know that. But what?
I thought on the Breakfast Club. This might be all wrong. I might have read the wrong thing. I don't know.
Yeah, careful with slinging
yeah,
that.
yeah,
allegation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's more of like a clickbaity headline. But
Oh, okay.
he was admitting that like his wife got drunk, and like he had sex with her, and then they laughed about it later.
Oh,
You never.
Jesus.
Take that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there was that whole Charlemagne Lakeith's beef. And to sum it up, Lakeith basically said there's some outlets that can kind of contribute to anti-black sentiment, like they're not spreading positive things. They focus on negative and drama and rumors, and like they stir the pot a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
And he said that Charlemagne clapped back and like went off on all this shit, and then Lakeith came back with another thing that was just like broke down. It was cool. He listened to his whole rant and stopped it and responded and played it, stopped it and responded, and like the whole thing.
Nice.
It was so sick. Actually, I was like, okay, I'm Team Lakeith after watching that.
Yeah, I don't like Charlemagne the God. He's a
Dude,
bit of an asshole.
Dude, anybody he takes things so personally, and he takes it to 1,000, and then he pretends like he's this like goddess of like.
Well, he calls
or this
himself the god.
I know. He
Like-
literally calls himself the god. He thinks he's like this
He's
black
speaking
wisdom
for everyone.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm the voice of black culture. And
Bad move.
he always he's very patronizing, like
Yeah.
where he's like it's all love, you know. I mean this. I wish him the best, you know. Like he always.
Oh, that's
ends
a
it-
classic asshole
like,
tactic.
It's such a dick move. Like
Yeah.
you literally just ranted about Lakeith, like and like took things way too far and went personal attacks and like said all these things that are relevant to the topics you're trying to debate. And then was like, but you know, at the end of the day, I hope he finds help. You know, he's clearly crying for help right now. And I was just like, dude, what?
Yeah, it's like he's from like a better place.
Yeah,
like
just
yeah.
start-
And
in
he's
the
just,
pot.
and oftentimes he's just wrong.
Yeah, that's
Like I'm not trying to go off this tangent. You can take this out. if
he's
you
the
want to.
Stephen Smith of hip.
Yeah.
Dude, yes. That's
Yes.
it. That's it.
Fuck him,
The
man.
Stephen A. Smith of hip hop news.
Bad
and culture news.
opinions, the show.
Yeah,
Seriously,
Welcome, welcome back to This Will Get Views, the podcast.
Yeah.
is like what his thing is.
Dude, and like, I know he's like good friends with Kanye West, and like whenever Kanye West was in there, he's like not making fun of him to his face. He's like, yeah, I don't like that shoe. It's kind of not for me. It's like an ugly, or it's like a Ugg boot. That shit's gay or whatever. Kind of is like, okay, like that's fine.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, but that's not for the street. People don't need you to do that, Kanye. People, like telling
Not to do
Kanye
his
West
thing.
Yeah.
not to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, it's like surprising. Like it's surprising he doesn't go off in those situations because he's gone off for way less. Like,
Yeah.
he has.
Yeah, but like that's his friend,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's some dick shit, though. Fuck that.
Yeah,
But-
fuck him.
But anyways, yeah, the team.
So
Team
Lakeith. So what else did you find out about him?
well, he's got face tattoos. That's fucking sick.
Does he?
He's decked out with tattoos. He's the first person to be nominated for an Oscar with a face tattoo.
Speaking of the fucking Oscars, dude,
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya are nominated for Best Supporting Actors.
Wait.
Yep. What the
let me just say right now, this is racist. This is racist.
What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Oscars so white still.
Yeah, and then
Still so fucking white.
they explain it by saying
They're both too good, so there's not one best actor.
Yeah.
They support each
What?
other for being the best. I don't know.
Who do you think the main character is in this movie?
Didn't they just do that thing with the two popes?
Lakeith Stanfield. It's called Judas and the Black Messiah. They're both
Right.
the main character.
True.
But
So-
I would say more so it's Lakeith.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Did they not have both the two popes up for best actor last year?
Yeah. The two popes, both popes, best actor.
Yep.
Can we get back to Jews running Hollywood? I'm so over this.
Dude, so yeah,
So
it's
fucked up.
very fucked. It's
What is the fucking...
what was the rule they said? They were like, oh, well, the different members of the academy can choose different, like let's say, okay, there's not
I
like
think
a
I have the
definitive.
I have the explanation, though. They're white.
Yeah,
Right,
there
right,
you
right.
go. Yeah. Let me sum it up real quick. Yeah, they're white. Yeah, so it's like one member can say this was a leading role, and one can say it's a supporting role, and they both can But that doesn't even make sense. Because what if somebody was like, I nominate Lakeith for best actor, and then someone says best supporting actor? Which category do you put him in? Both?
Right.
Both? No, you don't.
That's why those for-year consideration things exist, because those movies are saying like, this is what we consider to be the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
Best screenwriting, best cinematography, best actor.
Yeah.
Simply put, dude.
Yeah. It's fucked because he goes Lakeith tweeted or he posted on Instagram when it was announced. He said, I'm confused.
Yeah.
That's what he said to
being nominated
for an
actor.
Oscar, the highest honor an actor can receive. Arguably,
It's Hollywood's biggest night.
in
Yeah.
Hollywood, at least. And he just said, I'm confused. That's why I love the dude. He's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And
Well, dude, it was like Tyler the Creator whenever he won best urban category, or his
Yeah.
best.
Urban.
Yeah, and he was like, he won best urban album of the year, or some shit like that.
Never
really
even
called
heard of
urban?
that.
The category says urban. I don't know exactly the name for it.
My grandpa invented that category, by the way. That's how old that is.
But he said like, yeah, like it's nice to win, but also I feel like the word urban is a nice way of saying the N-word.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It's like just give him
This should just be pop music.
Yeah.
Because that's what pop music is now. It's
Yes.
my fucking music.
everything evolves, and if you don't accept those trends, you are now the old fuck that doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But you're the running shit.
it actually was the urban category.
That's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's like the Academy.
They got rid of it last year because of what Tyler said.
Good.
Good.
So I just
But also The Weeknd wasn't nominated this past year at all. So
yeah, that's fucked. And he had some of the biggest music to ever come out.
ever. And he's like, fuck the Grammys. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
Blinding
them,
Lights is
never
gonna
again.
slap for fucking decades. It's like the
Dude, it's just like fucking Macklemore winning best
Oh my god.
best rap album in the same year Yeezus, The Blueprint 3, and fucking whatever Drake album.
But he's a
came out.
new white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give it to Macklemore.
yikes.
What up? I got a big heart.
So, anyways,
Yeezus, by the way, that album. Check it out.
fucking slaps. So Lakeith, back to their performances in the Oscars. They're both nominated.
So fucking
That's
stupid.
weird.
Yeah.
Who do you think will win?
I gotta say Daniel Kaluuya, I think.
I feel like Lakeith had much more to play with because it's like
I do too.
he has the bigger arc of the movie. Like, of course,
Okay.
the Black Messiah is a fucking gigantic title to live up to.
Yeah.
And I think Daniel Kaluuya absolutely did that the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
But Lakeith has the fucking big sad. Like, the things that the Oscars are looking for. Like, he had the fucking this awful arc.
So you think he'll get Best Supporting Actor?
Yeah.
You think he'll do it?
I think he'll do it.
I think Lakeith deserves it, but I think Daniel will get it because of the sympathy factor.
That's what I think too. I don't know why. I feel like I just get the vibe.
They're like, oh fuck, we did this. We got to make him feel good. Ugh.
Daniel Kaluuya fucking absolutely killed it. I mean, he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Both of them were
not to
were-
belittle either of their performances, but what I think will happen is they'll give it to Daniel because he arguably was the supporting actor, and then that will relieve them of giving a Lakeith an Oscar for arguably a lead role.
Right.
Mhm.
And so does Lakeith deserve it? I think so.
Right.
Will they give it to Daniel? I think so. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It can go to either one, honestly. Like, they were both
I know
fucking
that's
amazing.
Yeah.
That's to back it up and say that for sure. Both of the performances were electric. When they were on screen, I was just like
The chemistry was fucking.
yeah, just awesome.
But to not give a supporting actor nom to Dominique Fishback, dude,
She was
what
good
the
as well.
fuck?
Yeah.
She was fucking amazing.
She
dude.
was great, with the exception of I thought one scene.
the
Which one?
poem scene.
No, the poem scene was
I
great.
loved that
She actually
scene.
wrote that poem.
Wow.
She's a poet, and she
No
she wrote
fucking
that.
way.
She wrote that. Yeah.
Holy shit!
I loved that scene because it was not, well, for a lot of reasons, but in particular because while she's reading that poem, Fred Hampton interrupts her and she's like, really? You can't be quiet during this moment? Like, you can't not be the center of attention for a second?
Yeah.
I like
Like-
that.
But like that's why she loves him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps him humble.
What was the scene you were talking about?
The one scene I didn't like overall was actually Fred Hampton's death scene. The raid was insane. All of that was
That was
nuts.
horrifying.
Terrible. Just like, oh, dude, like seeing like the shadows outside the door.
The shot of the gun up to her pregnant belly, that was one of the roughest things I've ever seen in a
Dude,
movie.
that was nuts to see. Yeah. Dude. Okay. So
I
and
was
then,
fully expecting them to kill her in that.
Yeah.
moment.
me too.
'Cause I didn't know
I
the
thought they were going to
story.
kill everybody.
We don't know the history because we went to school in America.
Yeah.
Yep. In Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But jumping ahead in this actual story, but basically Lakeith has the FBI is conspiring to kill Fred Hampton because he's leading the Black Panthers, obviously,
And doing good things.
and doing good
Yeah.
things. Yeah, and
Uniting
And
people.
uniting people.
Like,
can't have that shit. Can't have that shit.
Nope, don't do it.
Fucking. Pew,
He even
before
has
silencers.
fucking like poor white people on his side.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that was one of the interesting things about Fred was in this movie before, like somewhere in halfway point, he goes to another group, which is they were a Southern. They had like Confederate flags.
Yeah.
and they were all, and he was like, we're all getting the shitty same education. We're all struggling to get food on the table.
We're both
And-
fucked.
Yeah, and he united people that it wasn't just a black
Yeah.
movement. It was
No.
like a community. I mean,
It's people
it
versus
was primarily.
capitalism.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And they were fighting it with socialism and community and blah, blah, blah. Some aspects of socialism are
Communism straight up, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, so they conspire to kill him, and Lakeith leaks the blueprint or draws a blueprint of the apartment to help, etc., and arguably drugs him, which isn't proven to this day. But there was a lot of fentanyl found in his system in reality.
So definitely.
So he was drugged, but it's not positive. It's not confirmed
So
for
fucking
sure
sad.
that it was by
yeah.
Lakeith's character.
The man that killed himself the day after everyone found out that happened.
Exactly. But anyways,
But his performance, even whenever like he's
When he's shaking.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
yeah,
god.
dude. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I got this cup for you. You thirsty? I got you another Kool-Aid.
You want a refill?
It was just like, yeah, this doesn't seem suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be. I was like, what?
Oh, fuck.
Dude, don't accept a drink from somebody that's like looks like they're about to cry. Like, you want another Kool-Aid, Fred?
Do you want your next Kool-Aid?
It was to that point. I was like, hey, don't accept that. But it just cut away.
Don't accept a drink when somebody's last line to you is "Goodbye, Fred."
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, rough. So he was, there was a lot of, he talked about this a lot. Lakeith did in interviews where he's like, that was one of the most difficult scenes for him because he was like, there was two things at play for Lakeith was Daniel as an actor, as a person, was just a good friend and like he respected him so much.
Yeah.
And he's actually looking up to him.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
But also, he, as an actor, he tried and embody who you're playing. He was a conflicted person playing William O'Neill, and to drug Fred Hampton was like Lakeith's mindset. Like, I'm killing
My best friend.
the leader of a Black Panther movement. He's doing great things. Like, I'm going to drug him and contribute to the death here.
Yeah.
Like, he said he had to go to therapy after this. Like, he said he had panic attacks. He said he had to go to therapy. It was like so conflicting for him internally, morally, to play a character that was against his morals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was super interesting.
Dude,
like,
you can even tell that. Like, you can tell where the therapy needed to happen. Even in the fucking scene where the I Am a Revolutionary, that fucking
Oh
scene.
my God.
And how awesome Daniel Kaluuya was. But, like, dude, honestly, even better, fucking Lakeith Stanfield, like, listening to it the whole time, knowing what he needs to do, but, like, absolutely being overcome with Fred's words.
Yeah.
And then also looking into the crowd and seeing fucking Jesse Plemons' character.
And the framing
staring
of
back at
him.
Oh my fucking
like
God.
through the people.
Yeah.
That hit like a fucking Acme brick.
Dude.
and
I'm watching the show and then a fucking Acme brick just dong. Just
Yeah,
like
just an anvil.
just the Acme Anvil. Fucking,
Yes, yeah.
Just straight up like Wile E. Coyote style. Just donk.
Yeah.
dude, straight up. It's like that hurt.
Yeah.
bro.
Him like screaming it through like tears while looking at
Yeah,
Jesse.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
And then he sees Jesse Plemons like, oh fuck, he was like tranced almost.
Yeah.
By this speech.
Yeah.
And then he sees like what is in front of him.
Yeah.
And, like literally the guy that's holding the keys to his future.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
It's so sad because you can see him become disillusioned with the things that the FBI are forcing him to do.
Yep.
And going over to the side of good, and he's it's such a conflicted.
It's a fucked up
Yeah.
character. It's a fucked up person and fucked up character.
Yeah.
And but let's get back to that scene. So another interesting thing is there was a lot more shots of the prep of him putting the drug in the Kool-Aid and stirring that were cut out. Like a lot of more like
I'm glad. Though.
Yeah, same.
yeah, I agree.
I didn't need to see it.
But Lakeith said like those scenes were very, very difficult.
I'm sure he was like, like
Yeah. But so he drugs Fred Hampton and with fentanyl, enough to knock out a horse. Apparently, is what the autopsy said.
probably not much fentanyl. It's the strongest opiate on earth.
Right. Which you can make at home, but don't worry about that. So he's drugged, and they raid the house, which has many people in it, like 20-some people.
Wow.
It looked like
How many people were
at least
were killed
10,
in
I'd
the
say.
raid?
Oh, killed?
Yeah, killed in the raid.
I think it was 10 people killed.
Jesus.
99 bullets fired by the police.
And
one
Yeah.
by the Black Panther Party.
And they were the surviving were charged with attempted murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the FBI gets a pension and a house, and they're like a bank probably.
Dude,
here's
yeah.
a bank.
One of also, like, not to derail you, dude, but like one of the most upsetting scenes in this movie is like whenever there's like that shootout at the Black Panther headquarters. Shoot it out, and then they fucking wave the white flag. They give up. Of course, they take him into custody,
Yeah.
and then they decide to burn it to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just unabashedly burn it to the motherfucking ground.
That's a classic tactic where they just erase you from history. Because if the next generation can't see any evidence of them, they never existed.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck, like Jesus, that's some terrorist shit.
And dude, and in all honesty, dude, like, tell me this hasn't been like at least attempted to be erased from history.
oh, absolutely.
It's not in our fucking textbooks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just like, oh, just don't ask.
They mention MLK out of necessity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like you can't not. I didn't learn about Malcolm X in school. I knew who he was,
Yeah.
Right.
but I didn't even learn about him.
Right. Exactly.
I had to watch a fucking Spike Lee movie, which is not my favorite thing to do,
Yeah.
depending on the movie, but fucking A, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they burst into the house and wipe out pretty much everybody in the place. I thought they wouldn't stop, but they killed so many people. And then this is where the actual Fred Hampton's death scene, I didn't like the choice. And it's like it's a nitpicky thing, but he was killed in the background. And we focus on the wife's face the whole time, and you just hear the shots. And then you hear what I think was like cliche white evil dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was like, where it's like, oh, looks like he'll survive. Pop, pop. Now he's good and dead.
Yeah.
Were literally the lines. I was like,
It was like a
really?
blaxploitation line.
Yeah, I was like that. I know they, and this is implied they don't really know what was said, so they took the liberty and wrote that.
Sure.
Well,
But I was like, I know that they're okay.
Make
You don't
them-
need to make them comically white evil.
Yeah.
They're already bursting into the Black Panther place
and massacring innocent people.
and massacring innocent people. It seemed like heavy-handed to be like, now he's good and dead.
Right.
It's
yeah.
like,
even just silence would have been more evil to me. Like they shoot him, and then the silent agreement that the job is done would have
yes,
been,
I agree. And also, there was a one part where I didn't think, like, I was looking in her eyes for that moment, and I didn't feel it. I was like, I don't know, man.
I
Like,
think
she was great the whole movie, but like, I guess you're in shock. You have the
Exactly.
kid.
Yeah.
You have the kid in this.
it's
his
just
kid in your
stay
stomach,
cool so my baby doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I interpreted it.
There was this, like, she didn't even flinch when the shots were fired. I was like, what is? And I don't know. That scene, for whatever reason, didn't have an impact like I hoped. It's a fucked up scene.
Yeah.
And it's the pinnacle of the movie.
Right.
And just arguably, I don't know. Not how I would have shot it.
Yeah.
Hate myself.
No, Deborah, what's her name? Deborah Hampton, I guess, is still alive. I want to say, like, I don't know. They probably went to her and asked her. She probably has accounts of like what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe those lines are directly from the police.
That's possible.
That's actually very possible, yeah.
which I wouldn't fucking deny. They're pieces of shit, dude.
I could be.
know?
I could be completely wrong.
And like, I want to say, I don't know this for fact. Don't fucking take me at my word. But
Quoting now.
right, exactly. But it's like, people try to justify those things like that. And whenever they do that, it's like, oh, now he's good and dead.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to, in a way, like, this sounds so stupid, but like
Go
the
on.
cops in a way are like lightening the mood to each other. To
Right.
be like, we did what we were supposed to do. Now
Because-
he's good and dead. As opposed to like leaving it silent and like just living in that moment. They're like, well,
Yeah.
at least we got our job done. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems like a nervous thing to do in the moment is to say
Yeah.
some dumb shit.
yeah.
I
To
don't know.
relieve the tension of
Exactly.
how they subconsciously know what they're doing is
Exactly.
terribly wrong.
Yeah.
To like
'Cause they
blindly
all-
follow the fucking crooked cross in that moment, dude.
Yeah, they all justify it as they're being altruistic and defending the good faith or whatever. But they're just being fed lines from Hoover, which are outright evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I also was bummed because like the last shots we get of Fred Hampton were like just asleep. And I
Well-
know that's how it was, but also the last conscious moments were him at the party.
Well, it was him like feeding his wife spaghetti and like being happy, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
And like the fact that he was always talking about and
I'm
like
bummed that he died, I guess.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
trying
guess
to
I'm
say.
really sad about this hero
Yeah.
dying.
it is like recorded history that like he was always like, you need to die an honorable death, like fighting with your brothers for your brothers, for everything, and not not from a heart attack, not from slipping on a rock or whatever, whatever he said. It's just like, fuck, man, and like that all comes to pass, like he was right about.
You know
all
what's
of that.
crazy? Fred Hampton was 21 when all these things were actually
Yeah,
going down.
that was the most surprising thing when it got to the end. I was like 21 years old.
Imagine the things he could have done. You know what I was doing when I was 21?
Trying not to get hit in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Like-
just fucking.
That was just a-
never mind.
That was a dumb piece of dumb shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I was useless.
I'm gonna
fucking-
travel to Kansas to go watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, this guy was like changing the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at 21. Lakeith's character, William O'Neill, was 17 at the time of all this stuff going down.
Jesus Christ. Dude, not only imagine being 17, but imagine being 17 and the FBI says, hey, you're ours now.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. I mean, that guy lived a crazy fucking life. I mean, he was boosting cars. He got recruited by the FBI, and then did all the things he did. And then, so after there's a documentary that came out in the 90s.
In 1990, I think,
1990?
on PBS.
Yeah, about all this that happened. And the night it came out, after the premiere of this documentary, William O'Neill walked into traffic and committed suicide on an interstate. So,
If that says anything,
yeah. And
that's what PBS documentaries do to you, man.
Yeah.
he's like,
They're to the point, like, he did it. What an asshole.
Right. But yeah, and it's his wife apparently had tried to say it's still an accident, which I'm just like, I don't think so.
Well, that's something Martin Lawrence did in the 90s, is he wandered into traffic and tried to get hit by a car. So and he argued that it was the government's doing. So it's ostensible that the government, after... This is some conspiracy shit, but it's...
But you know what's crazy? Yeah, I mean, well, think of how convenient that death is, too. Where
Exactly.
it's like, oh, wait, he's about to talk about all this bad shit we made him do.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
this shit he probably knows.
And knowing the FBI, full of good people, they wouldn't kill this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking God.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's conspiracy or not. It's like, how fucking convenient is it? Like, you follow, like, the motive, like, where it's like, oh, who would benefit from this person not talking?
Yeah.
So, oh, them. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I wonder why, if they maybe have something to do with that.
Maybe.
Welcome back to InfoWars with,
Yeah. He's like, these are my beans. I'm spilling them.
yeah, and we're turning the frogs gay. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Birds are
it's
not real.
Yeah, birds aren't
Dude,
real.
that's the dumbest one.
I love that shit. That shit's hilarious, man.
I'm going to go buy my 2x4 from Home Depot and call it a day.
Yeah. But yeah, he's up till the end, he claimed to have no allegiance to the Black Panther Party. But I think this movie, I mean, his suicide implies his conflict morally.
Yeah.
And this movie illustrates that, where he's, I'm a revolutionary during the speech, and the friendship and the emotion of like betraying and like being pulled in both those directions of,
But, like, what's a man to do in that moment?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're just...
He couldn't
fucked.
just serve his 5 years. That wouldn't work.
Well, they... Arguable from his perspective that 5 years could turn into 20, which turns into 50, which turns into you dying.
Yeah, they would probably fuck him for life.
Exactly.
Or just make him disappear.
Exactly.
At that time, it's like, well, here I am.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They do it in broad daylight in the 70s. They're just
Yeah.
like, there's no cameras. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck?
Yep.
We write history. They couldn't foresee that, like, there's an archive of all information. Like, and just like, I don't know, like...
The Derek Chauvin sentencing just happened last week, like, for the first time in history. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Yeah, it's exactly. Like, we're just now, like, on the cusp of, like, putting all these things in the spotlight.
Yes.
And then change happening. So,
And all it took was cameras.
yeah.
yeah. Cameras and an open source, like,
Mhm.
like feed of information, like the internet and
Yeah.
just shit like that. But yeah, like, they couldn't foresee that.
None
Like,
of those
they-
videos would make it onto the news.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck no.
Like, we write history.
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
how they viewed this in the 70s. They're like, we'll just write down he fucking had some
killed
drugs
himself,
and
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Whatever. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't know, like, they couldn't foresee what information would
Yeah.
be in
Literally
50 years from
kill
now.
the witnesses.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. We write it. So, yeah. This movie is fucking depressing a little bit, where it's just like, oh, like in the 70s, they just did everything they wanted to do.
yeah.
But it's important when movies come out like this.
For
Like,
sure.
we need to know. We need to know this shit.
Especially because, and it's been reiterated 9 times already, but like because we were never taught it.
Yep.
It's like incumbent upon people in media at this point in time to educate the masses on things that we never were. Like,
It's fucking depressing as shit, but I'm glad we know it now.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is nominated for Best Picture, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Against what? Do you remember off the top of your head?
Sound of Metal, The Father.
Yep.
That's all I remember.
Apparently O'Neill also attempted suicide once before that. He tried to jump out a second-story window.
Jesus. Another FBI tactic.
By the way, the poisoning scene was actually filmed on the 50-year anniversary of Fred Hampton's death.
Holy shit.
It's kind of
That's rough.
of its occurrence.
Damn.
So basically, I guess like there was a speech and there was like it was heavier that day on set and everything. It was kind of crazy.
Jesus.
Best
That's it.
Best Picture nominees: The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, fuck that, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Trial of the Chicago 7.
All of those?
Damn.
Since when is it that many? Is it
It's
always
usually
been?
like 5, right?
You can have up to 10.
I did not know that.
You can have up to 10, and then the first.
So they can choose not to nominate stuff.
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
The first year that they did that, they purposefully left off fucking The Master for some fucking
The
reason.
Master. Also, Nolan has been famously snubbed for years at the
Oh,
Oscars.
of course. Tenet is in 2 categories, which is visual effects and sound.
It's always like the fucking we have to recognize this at the Oscars. We'll throw it a nominee for sound and fucking visual effect. Like it's always just this like we acknowledge it's a thing.
Yeah.
But we're not going to put it in its prestigious category of
Same with
film.
costume design.
Exactly. Where it's
Same
like
fucking thing.
Spirit Award.
Costume design is always whatever is the fluffiest gown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, you're so fucking right. If I see another poofy fucking period piece with who's on Keira Knightley, of course, win costume design one more fucking time, like it's just the Oscars is a meme of itself at this point.
The one film that deserved that was The Favor. Other than that, fuck off.
Yeah. Not to belittle costume design or sound design or anything like that. I know how important they are for film. I'm just saying like the Academy uses those categories as like Spirit Awards.
Yeah.
I think.
They're like, oh, fuck, we forgot that a lot of people are really passionate about this being a good movie because it is a good movie.
Right.
So, fuck.
But it's not an Academy movie that like strokes our Hollywood ego of old-fashioned Hollywood and film. So
They'll be
therefore-
dead soon.
That's
Don't worry
why
about
Suicide Squad has an Oscar.
it. What?
What?
Yeah.
Which one?
Best makeup and special effects.
We live in a society.
Bruh. Suicide Squad.
Suicide
The original
Squad.
one.
Yep.
I can't. Dude, that hurts so much. What you just said. Like,
Sorry.
It's a little bit.
They had
my
to-
stomach, like, I felt my intestines move.
They had
dude.
Killer
I heard-
Croc with fucking Creedence Clearwater Revival on it. That's the movie.
They had a fucking. It's like, oh, my first After Effects project. Fucking. They had fucking Borderlands intro sequences. Like, the villain enters, whoosh, paint splatter, whoosh, titles. Whoosh. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Give it an Oscar. Fucking stupid.
Ugh.
Get me out of here. Die.
What is y'all's choice for Best Picture? I know this is 3 weeks out or whatever.
Out of all that?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'd have to really.
The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah.
I'm going to go with Sound of Metal.
Here's the problem.
Definitely Judas and the Black Messiah over The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's already out. Mank, fuck that
Fuck
fucking
that movie.
Oscar movie, dude.
Here's the problem.
It's going to win.
What's dumb is like we're a movie podcast and I haven't seen half of those.
Yeah.
I didn't see Minari.
We've seen half of those.
Minari, I would say,
Minari,
is
sorry.
top 3 for sure. But
Actually,
I'm going to
I've
give it to
seen-
Sound of Metal.
I didn't see Promising.
I've seen 4.
It did
Yeah, I've
not-
seen half of them.
Did not see Nomadland.
That was really good.
Was it?
I don't think it's best Oscar. Best.
You didn't
best
bring it up on the
Oscar.
show.
Best Oscar. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I saw Frances McDormand in a trailer, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she's a salt of the earth woman.
It's a good movie, but I don't know. It was really good. I just like it's a Best Picture nomination. It's not a Best Picture winner,
Sure.
in my opinion.
I get that.
Great movie though. So, anyways, so Oscar picks. Out of the ones I've seen, man, I really like Sound of Metal a lot.
Going with that.
That
too.
is probably the best film
Yeah.
Yeah.
of last year, I
To
think.
be fair, I haven't seen The Father, Promising Young Woman, and there's a few I haven't seen. But out of the ones I've seen, there, Sound of Metal I might be biased. It played into a lot of my sensibilities. So.
Well, it's on all of our top shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
So if anything, we've informed the Academy.
That's a good point.
we are now the new Academy. Sponsor the
Now you know.
podcast.
That's the Academy.
still predominantly white, but
What if we
still care about people.
Yeah. What if we just like register us as like Academy 2? Like
Electric Boogaloo.
yeah, just the second Academy, and then we just start doing our own awards. And
The
shit.
Academy support team.
The
Yeah.
other Academy.
Yeah.
Other Academy, yeah. I feel like we'd be like basically the MTV Movie Choice Awards.
The VH1 to MTV. Like,
Yeah.
Or just the fucking Nickelodeon Kids Choice.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Yeah.
the Splat Award.
Yeah. Best on-screen kiss.
Yeah.
It's giving away shit.
We have
that.
our own categories this year, right, Alex?
Yes.
We got to do that.
We
at
have
some point.
thickest daddy and
Yeah,
hottest bod.
When are we gonna do that? By the way.
Both go to Liu Kang.
Anything else on Judas and the Black Messiah? Well, what are you guys' picks for Oscar winner?
I'm going Sound of Metal.
You too.
My
Josh?
pick is Sound of Metal.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. He
It
killed it, man.
Yeah, it was
Just loved it.
fucking
I just
great.
love the execution of that movie. It
Also,
was so
Reese
good.
Ahmed for Best Actor.
He was fucking phenomenal. Yeah, he's nominated, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good. All right. Anything else on Judah? Judas?
Judas.
Judah. What?
Nope. That was it.
Yee.
All right. Shall we do dumb movie title for Judas and the Black Messiah?
Absolutely.
I'll kick it off.
All right. What is your dumb movie title for Judas and the Black Messiah, Chris?
Sorry to snitch on you.
Oh, nice.
It's a play on Sorry to Bother
Yeah.
You. Because it's the same actors.
I like it.
Nice. Is that it?
Yep.
Alrighty. I got a few.
Okay.
All right.
It's all a part of the clan.
Oh.
Nice.
Or
That's pretty good.
according to clan.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Can you dig in?
Oh, nice.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
As
Black
in Get Out?
exploitation kind
Get
of.
Out also.
No, 'cause-
What? Because he says dig
The
in.
white director of FBI was like, dig in. They say dig in.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
I thought it was a
Because
play
he's like,
on-
that's how black people talk. I know black people.
Yeah,
I'm
not a good
Hoover.
DMT. This one is a little more.
Turn it down a little bit.
This one is a little more fucking.
Ooh.
Got some big brain DMTs?
A little poetic.
Is smart movie title
Ooh.
coming in?
Smart movie title
SMT.
of
Smooth
mice,
movie title.
of mice and men.
Of mice and oh, like he's a rat.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Too big brain.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
These are supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
And also
So-
not in our textbooks. The movie.
Yep.
Fucking right.
Alex?
I've got Black Dead Redemption. Because he's got a plan. He just needs more time. And I've got Sorry Black People. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we're going to go with Sorry to Snitch on You. I
Cool.
think that one sums it up.
All right. Let's move on.
Shall we do budget?
Oh fuck, we forgot to. It's Cinema
shit.
with Marty Scorsese. Guys,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's cinema.
it is most definitely cinema. Congratulations. Film by us. We absolutely endorse this movie.
Marty Scorsese approved.
Marty
Yes.
Scorsese approved. But, big question. Is it, or does it, belong in 4 motherfucking 3? Or, in this case, was it worth $20 to rent this fucking movie?
Big oof, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We missed it on HBO Max because we...
Dumb. Big dumb.
Big dumb. Yeah. So, yeah.
But now, just to rent the movie is $20.
Nah.
You don't even own it.
It was a good movie, but yeah, it's not 4-3 and...
You essentially paid to own the movie.
Yeah,
to watch it
I
for
paid more than
2 days.
to see it in theaters with the service of a huge screen projector, a projectionist, and popcorn, and fucking like Dolby surround. But I just saw it in my home with like my basic ass soundbar and a TV. So why is it $20? That's all I have to say. It's not 4-3.
Yeah, it's 4-3.
4-3.
Wow, you really liked it.
Well, I'm not racist, so that
Okay.
plays a big part of it.
All right. All right.
It wasn't in 4-3. I don't think so.
Was not.
Not for
So
me.
you're also racist. Great.
Not 4-3 for me.
One non-racist on the show.
I mean,
Wow, you're so woke. You like
I-
the movie.
I still really liked it a lot. I don't feel like I need to own this movie, though.
Nah,
In 4-3.
I agree. Good movie though.
I see your point.
All right.
Good movie. Hopefully Keith gets the Oscar.
For sure. Moving on.
Moving right along. Should we do budget for this movie?
Let's do it.
Judas and the Black Messiah. I think I went first last week, so
All right, I'll go
I actually
first.
never remember who. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing matters.
Doesn't matter. I could say it cost $5
Yep.
to make this movie.
And you'll still win.
This is like whose line is it anyway, but it matters even less.
Yeah.
You know how they say the points don't matter and nobody wins or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
the catchline of that show is? That's our show. minus like 1,000.
I mean, our points really don't matter.
Nope. We have no idea where the points are.
Fuck it.
Some good listener needs to go up and tally all of the times that I've won this game.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I don't want to see that number.
And let me know.
Yeah, just basically let's see how wrong Alex is. Let's do that.
I'll go $22 million.
Solid guess.
Let me do $45 million to make Judas and the Black Messiah.
I'm going to go 30. I'm going to go right in the middle.
Shit.
Alexa, how much did the movie Judas and the Black Messiah cost to make?
Here's something I found on the web.
Here we go.
According to Wikipedia.org, Judas and the Black Messiah grossed $2.5 million from 1,888 theaters over its 4-day opening weekend, finishing second at the box office behind Holdover the Croods and New Age.
Behind the Croods?
Hey, Google, how much did the movie Judas and the Black Messiah cost to make? Just nothing? Hey, Google, how much did the movie Judas and the Black Messiah cost to make?
Judas and the Black Messiah had a budget of $26 million.
Oh, you're closer. Wait, no, we're equal.
22. You said 22, right?
Yeah.
I said 30.
Yeah, we're equally close.
Was that the first tie?
Congratulations, boys.
A tie means Josh wins.
A tie means...
That is insane.
That's
Y'all were
crazy.
right in the fucking
I think
middle.
we should do a tiebreaker for something.
Okay.
Should we do budget of another
Okay,
Keith
I'll
movie?
play Stab Wound by Necrophagus on guitar, and then you go.
Oh, okay. Well, then if we're doing things that we're just good at, I'll edit an entire series that's on Paramount Plus, and then you can do that also?
I will attempt it.
So what are we going to do for the tiebreaker, you think?
Tiebreaker must be name every Daniel Kaluuya
damn
performance in every movie. Actor
no.
game Daniel Kaluuya.
Well, we already
we
did
need
this.
we need to do actor game after
Okay.
this, but like
Fine.
we need to do something for. We could do how much it made, but
What
I
is the
kinda heard it.
Metascore
Yeah.
critic for
Okay, Metascore.
Judas and the Black Messiah? All right.
Ooh, there's a lot of racists out there, so
yes.
and this is Metacritic takes
Racist opinion into account.
yeah, so I'm gonna go 75 out of 100.
All right, I'll go 71.
Okay. Hey Google, what is the Metacritic score for Judas and the Black Messiah?
Sorry, I don't have any information.
See, I went to Google first this
Right.
time. You
Yeah.
saw the confidence.
Yeah.
Alexa, what was the Metacritic score for Judas and the Black Messiah?
Sorry, I don't know.
All
that.
right, just look it up,
God
Josh.
damn it.
Useless fucking robots.
Keep in mind, The Last of Us Part 2's Metacritic score was like 12 when it came
Oh,
out
I know.
because of trolls.
garbage. Those
Fucking
What
idiots.
was yours? What was yours?
71.
75. I'm gonna win this shit. Easy clap. Hey Alexa, play some victory music for me.
I couldn't find any victory
Oh my
signs.
Ooh,
God.
that's appropriate
Alexis,
because
stop.
you are not the victor.
85.
Damn it.
Hey!
Congrats, Chris, for winning the game.
Alexa, send me a fucking bag.
I'd like it to be known that I have more black friends than Chris.
Okay.
So,
Are you trying to shop for bag?
Yes, we are actually. Wait, you want to play actor game?
I don't understand.
Not with
Just-
them, but
Sorry.
just in general.
that's enough,
Tell what you
Alexa.
want to order.
All right, fine. Alexa, shut up.
Order.
It felt like a good spot to.
Alexa,
I don't
shut the
understand.
fucking bitch in the show. Fuck it. Thanks for listening to ThereAreTooManyMovies. Check out Judas and the Black Messiah. It's $20 right now.
Also,
And this is going to come out after the Oscars, by the way. So if you're wondering what the fuck, why we're so dumb, that's why.
that's why.
It's going to come out in like a month. Yeah. So hopefully we're talking about it with some relevancy. Hopefully it won Best Picture. And that's why we did this.
There's too many movies.
Share a clip, share something, send us stuff, send us money, sponsor the podcast. Later, Toads.
B.